He was crucified upside down, not in a palace but on a cross. And from that moment forward, history changed. From a fisherman in Galilee to the head of one of the world's largest spiritual empires, the story of the papacy is a 2,000-year journey of faith, power, and transformation. But how many popes has the world really seen, and what legacies have they left behind? In this video, we take you on a journey from St. Peter, the first bishop of Rome, to Pope Francis, the 266th successor. Along the way, we'll explore not just the number of popes, but the lives that shaped the church, the controversies that shook it, and the moments of grace that defined it. Whether you're a believer, a historian, or simply curious, this is a story of spiritual leadership that has influenced billions for over 2 millennia. St. Peter and the early church. It all began with a man named Simon. Jesus called him Peter, the rock on which he would build his church. According to tradition, Peter became the first bishop of Rome. He was martyred under Emperor Nero around 64 AD and buried where St. Peter's Basilica stands today. After Peter came Linus, then Cletus, Clement, and many others. These early popes led under fear of persecution, often secretly. Many were imprisoned. Many were killed. But their mission never died. For nearly 3 centuries, the papacy was marked not by wealth but by witness. And it was only after the Roman Emperor Constantine legalized Christianity in 313 AD that the papacy began to emerge as a public spiritual force. Medieval popes and the rise of power. With Rome Christianized, the popes began to gain political influence. By the 5th century, Pope Leo the Great was negotiating with barbarian kings. By the 8th century, the pope was more than a bishop, he was a ruler. The papal states were established, and the pope became a monarch over land. Some popes were saints. Others were scandalous. Pope Gregory VII fought emperors for church independence. Pope Urban II launched the First Crusade. The papacy was now entangled with the politics and wars of Europe. In the 1300s, a crisis emerged. The papacy moved to Avignon, France, and for nearly 70 years, Rome had no pope. Then came the Great Western Schism with 3 rival popes at once. Unity fractured. Faith wavered. And yet, the line of popes continued. The Renaissance to Reformation. During the Renaissance, the papacy reached new heights of wealth and controversy. Popes like Julius II led armies into battle. Leo X used indulgences to finance the grandeur of St. Peter's Basilica. It was under Leo X that Martin Luther protested corruption in the church, sparking the Protestant Reformation. The Pope was no longer a symbol of unity for all Christians. Western Christianity fractured. The Catholic Church responded with the Council of Trent and a counter-reformation. Yet through it all, the papal lineage held. Reforming popes emerged. Spiritual leaders like Pius V brought back discipline. Benedict XIV and others promoted charity, learning, and missions around the world. Modern papacy, from crisis to global voice. In 1870, the Papal States were lost to the newly unified Italy. The Pope became a prisoner in the Vatican, stripped of political power. But a new identity was forming. The Pope was no longer a king, he was a shepherd. In 1929, the Lateran Treaty created Vatican City as an independent nation. And by World War II, popes like Pius XII were navigating delicate diplomacy during dark times. Then came Pope John XXIII, who shocked the world by calling the Second Vatican Council in 1962. He opened the Church to the modern world. Mass was now in local languages. Laypeople were empowered. A new era began. John Paul II became one of the most recognized figures of the 20th century, helping bring down communism, defending life, and traveling to over 100 countries. Benedict XVI followed, a scholar pope known for his depth and humility. And in 2013, the world saw a historical surprise. Pope Benedict resigned. The first pope to step down in nearly 600 years. Then came Jorge Mario Bergoglio, Pope Francis. The first Jesuit. The first from the Americas. A pope of simplicity, mercy, and radical inclusion. 266 popes, one mission. From St. Peter to Pope Francis, the Catholic Church has seen 266 popes. Some have ruled with might, others with meekness. Some left behind cathedrals, others tears. But all have shared a single calling: to lead a global family of over 1 billion souls toward faith, truth, and hope. In an age of change and challenge, the Pope is more than a man, he is a symbol. A symbol of continuity in chaos. A symbol of light in the world's longest story of spiritual leadership. So the next time you hear the word Pope, remember it all began with a fisherman and the world has never been the same.